Hello everyone, welcome to Mayur classes. I am Mohammad Farhan. It's a pleasure to inform you that I have decided to help the students in this period of lockdown with my online lectures. It's an effort from my side to help all the students with proper guidance in the field of commerce. In this video, I am going to discuss about the first chapter of class 12 accountancy, that is NPO, not for profit organization or non-profit organization. Okay, let's start. Okay, first, before the introduction to NPO, let us discuss about the various types of organizations. Okay, so there are two types of organizations. One is profitable organization. Another is non-profitable organization. One is profitable organization, another is non-profitable organization. So first, what is profitable organization? Those organizations which are created to earn some profit are known as profitable organizations. So here the main objective is to earn profit. The main aim is to earn profit. But here in non-profitable organization, the main aim is not to earn profit. Here the main aim is not to earn profit. Then what is the sole objective of this type of organization? So the sole objective or the main objective of the non-profit organization is not to earn profit but to render services to the society. Render services to the society and members. Okay, so there are two types of organization. One is profitable organization, another is non-profitable organization. Profitable organization are that type of organization whose main objective is to earn profit. And in non-profitable organization, the main objective of that type of organization is not to earn profit but to render services to the society. So let us discuss about the various examples of non-profit organizations. Okay, examples. Number one, school or college. Schools and colleges are the examples of non-profit organization. Number two, hospitals. Number three, charitable institutions. Etc. Like old age home, etc. So these are the few examples of non-profit organization. As in profitable organization, there are the various sources of incomes are there. बहुत सारा sources of income है. But as it's a non-profitable organization, there are also some sources of incomes are there. But here the main aim is not to earn profit. So the various sources of income in profitable organization are in various types. But the various sources of non-profitable organizations are sources of income of NPO. The various sources of NPO, sources of income of NPO, number one is subscription. Number two, donation. Number three, legacies. Number four, entrance fees. Number 5, life membership fees. Life membership fees. Number 6, interest on investment. Interest on investment. Next, financial assistance by government. Financial assistance by government. So these are the various sources of income of non-profit organizations. Okay, these are the various sources of income of non-profit organization. So there is also, as in profitable organization, we have to maintain some books of account. Okay, so from financial transaction we have to maintain some books of account and financial transaction, and in the same way in non-profitable organization we have also to maintain some financial records or financial statements. Financial statement, we have to record some financial statements. Okay, so what are those financial statements? Okay, we all know that in profitable organizations there are a lot of accounts are to be maintained, like trial balance. First of all, we have to prepare the trial balance of the financial transactions of an organization, profitable organization. Then after trial balance, trading account, then profit and loss account, then at last balance sheet and some various accounts like cash flow statements. So these are the various accounts which are to be maintained in a profitable organization. So in the same way, as the main objective is not to earn profit of the main aim is not to earn profit in non-profit organization, but we have to maintain some books of account in order for the audit purpose. So what are the various accounts which are maintained in NPO? There are 3 types of accounts that are to be maintained in non-profit organizations. Number 1 is receipt and payment account. Receipt and payment account. Number 2 is income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account. Third is balance sheet. So these are the 3 accounts which are maintained in non-profit organization. So, and these are the accounts which are maintained in profitable organizations. So this trading account and P&L account are prepared to ascertain the profit or loss of an organization. In trading account, the gross profit and gross loss are ascertained, and in profit and loss account, the net profit and net loss of the organization are ascertained. But in NPO, in income and expenditure account, we have got the excess of expenditure over income, that is known as surplus. So in trading NPL account, we find out the profit or loss of an organization. But in income and expenditure account, we can find out the surplus or deficit. Okay, surplus means excess of income over expenditure, and deficit means excess of expenditure over income. So these 3 accounts are maintained in non-profitable organization. One is receipt and payment account, another is income and expenditure account, last one is balance sheet. Okay, let's discuss about the first one, receipt and payment account. Okay, so the receipt and payment account is prepared at the end of the accounting year on the basis of receipts and payment made on the cash book. Okay, it is prepared at the end of the accounting period on the basis of cash receipts and payments made as per the cash book. So it records apart from, okay, the main point is apart from the discount column. Okay, so in receipt and payment account we maintain the cash receipts and cash payment as per the cash book. So the various key features, let's discuss about the various key features of receipt and payment account. Features. First feature is it is a summary of cash book. It is a summary of cash book. All the cash receipts and cash payment are to be recorded in the receipt and payment account. Second one is the items relating to previous year, current year and succeeding year are to be recorded in the receipt and payment accounts. The items or amounts related to previous year, current year or succeeding year are to be recorded here. The items or the amount which are maybe the relating to previous year or current year or succeeding year are to be recorded in the receipt and payment account. Third is it records or maintains the items both of capital as well as revenue nature. It records both the items relating to the capital as well as revenue in nature. So what is a capital item or a revenue item? What is a capital and revenue item? What is a capital and a revenue item? Those items which gives benefit in more than one accounting year is known as a capital item, and those items which gives benefit within one accounting year is known as a revenue item. Just an example of land and building, plant and machinery, furnitures, fixtures are the capital expenditure, and the revenue expenditure are rent, rates, taxes, electricity charges, maintenance charges. So these expenditure gives benefit within one accounting year are revenue items, and those items which gives benefit in more than one accounting year are known as capital items. Next, number 4. Here it does not record the non-cash items. Does not records the non-cash items. Non-cash items like depreciation and provisions. So these are the various non-cash items. So they don't have any place in receipt and payment account. The various non-cash items don't have any place in receipt and payment account. Now next is there is a opening balance as well as closing balance. both are named as cash in hand, cash in hand, cash at bank, cash at bank, cash in hand and cash at bank. The receipt and payment account have the opening balance named as cash in hand and cash at bank, and it has also the closing balance named as cash in hand and cash at bank. Next is the debit side is receipt side, and the credit side is payment side. The debit side is the receipt side and the credit side is a payment side. Okay. So these are the various key features of receipt and payment account. Okay. So let's move forward to the format of receipt and payment account. So here is the format of receipt and payment account. I have told that the debit side is the receipt side and the credit side is the payment side. Okay. So, and I have also discussed that there is a opening balance named as cash in hand and cash at bank. So if there is a balance in hand, then it will be put as the balance brought down, cash in hand and cash at bank. The amount will be transferred to the amount column. So the various received during the year will be put in the receipt side, and the various payments are made in this year are to be put in the payment side. So next is subscription, and I have also discussed that the amount of the previous year and current year, succeeding year, all the items will be placed in the receipt and payment account. So the amount of subscription of previous year, current year, if in question there is given, then you can write down here. Then total amount will be calculated in the amount column. Then general donation as well as specific donation, both the donation will be available in receipt side. Then interest on investment. So as in non-profit organization, they made some investment out of their organization. If some earnings are to be overcome in this in the investments, then it will be a receipt or income for the organization, and it will be shown in the receipt side of receipt and payment account. Then miscellaneous receipt. Then sale of fixed assets and investment. If we sell the assets, then automatically the cash will be inflow to the organization. That's why it will be shown in the receipt side. Sale of fixed assets and investment. Then entrance fees. Entrance fees is the source of income of our organization, non-profit organization. So it will be shown in the receipt side. Then life membership fees, legacy, locker rent, sale of old newspaper. Okay. The last point I will be discussed later. The sale of old newspaper. So these are the items in the receipt side, and let's move forward to the payment side. If there is any credit balance like bank overdraft, then it will be transferred as by balance brought down. Either there is a balance brought down or balance brought down bank overdraft. Any one item will be there. If there is a cash in hand and cash at bank, then there will not be bank overdraft, and if there is a bank overdraft, there will be no cash in hand and cash at bank. So if bank overdraft is there, then it will be shown in the payment side as bank overdraft, by balance brought down bracket mein bank overdraft. The next is wages and salaries. Then rent and taxes. As I have told that both the items as well as revenue nature and capital nature will be shown in the receipt and payment account. So these are the revenue items: wages and salary, rent, rates, taxes, entertainment expenses, audit fees, honorarium. Honorarium means the amount of wages paid to the person outside the employee. The amount of wages paid to the person who is not an employee of an organization is known as honorarium. Okay, it will be a payment. Then repairs and renewals, purchase of investment, postage and couriers, purchase of assets, advertisement. So after putting all the items into the receipt and payment side, then we will calculate or total the both the sides. And if the payment side is greater than the receipt side, then it will be a loss. Then it will be shown as the bank overdraft. If, again I am saying, if the payment side is greater than the receipt side, then it will be known as bank overdraft. The balancing figure will be known as the bank overdraft. And if the receipt side is greater than the payment side, then it will be known as or shown as cash in hand and cash at bank. It will be known as cash in hand and cash at bank. Okay, so this is the format of receipt and payment account. Let's move forward to the income and expenditure account. So the next account in NPO is income and expenditure account. So this account is prepared from receipt and payment account. After preparation of receipt and payment account, we are able to prepare the income and expenditure account. Here, the various key features of this income and expenditure account are: it is prepared in lieu of PL account. It is prepared in lieu of PL account. As in profitable organization, we prepare profit and loss account to find out the net profit and net loss. In the same way, we prepare income and expenditure account in non-profitable organization to find out the surplus or deficit. Okay, so it is prepared in lieu of profit and loss account. Second, only current year items will be shown. Here, the key point to prepare the income and expenditure account is that only current year item will be shown in the income and expenditure account. As in receipt and payment account, we mention all the items relating to previous year, current year and succeeding year. But in income and expenditure account, only current year items are to be shown. Third, only revenue items will be placed. Only revenue items. Revenue items means those items which gives benefit within one accounting year. That type of item will only be shown in the income and expenditure account. In receipt and payment account, both the items relating to revenue as well as capital nature will be shown, but here only revenue items will be placed. Next, there is no opening balance. There is no opening balance in income and expenditure account. Next is, there is a closing balance. Closing balance named as surplus or deficit. Surplus means excess of income over expenditure, and deficit means excess of expenditure over income. अगर इनकम ज्यादा हो जाता है और खर्चा कम हो जाता है, देन इट विल बी नोन एज सरप्लस. और अगर खर्चा ज्यादा हो जाता है और अगर इनकम कम हो जाता है, देन इट विल बी नोन एज डेफिसिट. ओके, नेक्स्ट, all the non-cash items will be recorded. Like example, depreciation. Okay. Here in receipt and payment account, there are no place of non-cash items are there, but in income and expenditure account, it maintains the non-cash items. Okay. The next feature of income and expenditure account is the debit side. Debit side is expenditure side and the credit side is income side. Income side. The debit side will be the expenditure side and the credit side will be the income side. Okay, so these are the key feature of income and expenditure account. Again I am saying it is prepared in lieu of profit and loss account. As we prepare the profit and loss account to ascertain the net profit and net loss, here we prepare income and expenditure account to find out the surplus or deficit. Number 2 is only current year items are to be recorded in income and expenditure account. Okay, only current year items are to be recorded in income and expenditure account. Third one is only revenue items. Only those items which gives benefit within one accounting year are to be recorded in income and expenditure account. Third one is there is no opening balance. There is no opening balance in income and expenditure account, but there is a closing balance in income and expenditure account named as surplus or deficit. If the income side is greater than the expenditure side, then it will be known as the surplus, and if the expenditure side is greater than the income side, then it will be known as the deficit. Next is all the non-cash items are recorded in the income and expenditure account, like depreciation. Okay, the non-cash item are to be recorded in the income and expenditure account. Last one is debit side will be the expenditure side, or debit side is the left hand side of every account is called debit side and the right hand side of every account is called credit side. So the left hand side, debit side, will be the expenditure side and the right hand side of the right hand side or the credit side will be the income side. Okay, so these are the features of income and expenditure account. So let's move forward to the format of income and expenditure account. So this is the format of income and expenditure account. So I have told that the debit side will be the expenditure side and the credit side will be the income side. So in the expenditure side, the various items are to be placed like wages and salary, printing and stationery, lighting, rates and taxes, telephone charges, postage and carriage charges, insurance premium, sundry expenses, depreciation. So it's a non-cash item. Depreciation is the non-cash item, will be placed in the expenditure side. Next, entertainment expenses, and in receipt side, subscription. So the important point here, the important point will be the current year subscription only will be placed in the receipts income side of income and expenditure account. The subscription of current year, then entrance fees, then interest on investment, then locker rent, donation, rent of hall, sale of old newspaper. So these are the incomes. Sorry. So these are the incomes of the non-profit organization. After comparing both the income side and expenditure side, we will find out if the income is greater than the expenditure side, then it will be known as surplus. It will be known as surplus, and the balancing figure will be shown in here. And the surplus will be in bracket. We will be write excess of income over expenditure, and if the expenditure side is greater than the income side, then it will be known as deficit, and it will be placed in here. And we can write in brackets excess of expenditure over income. So this is the format of income and expenditure account. So the main point here is that if there is the income side is greater than the expenditure side, then it will be known as surplus, and if the expenditure side is greater than the income side, then it will be known as deficit. Okay. Okay, let's discuss about the various difference between receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. Okay, I have written all the difference to short the time. Okay, let's discuss. So in first point, the nature. The receipt and payment account is a summary of cash book, and the income and expenditure account is prepared in lieu of profit and loss account, or we can say it is prepared just like a profit and loss account. So the first difference is it is a summary of cash book and it is prepared just like a profit and loss account. The second difference is period. It records, the receipt and payment account records all the items relating to previous year, current year and succeeding year. But income and expenditure account records only the items of current year. The third one is capital or revenue items. The receipt and payment account records both capital as well as revenue items. But the income and expenditure account records only the revenue items. The next is non-cash items. The receipt and payment account does not record any non-cash items like depreciation. It does not record the items like non-cash item which cannot be measured in terms of money. But income and expenditure account records the items of non-cash just like a depreciation. Okay. The next is debit and credit side. The receipt and payment account, the debit side is the receipt side and the credit side is the payment side. The debit side is the receipt side and the credit side is the payment side. And in income and expenditure account, it is just alternate. The debit side is the expenditure side and the credit side is the income side. And the next difference is opening balance and closing balance. In receipt and payment account, there is a opening balance named as cash in hand and cash at bank, as well as it has also a closing balance named as cash in hand and cash at bank. But here in income and expenditure account, there is no opening balance. There is no opening balance is in income and expenditure account, but there is a closing balance in income and expenditure account known as surplus or deficit. Surplus or deficit. Surplus or deficit. Okay. Okay, that's all for today, and in my next video I will discuss about how to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet from receipt and payment account. Okay, and hope you will like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you, have a nice day ahead.